Saskatchewan for an early portion of his life, and the very first rock he ever threw was right here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center.
Interesting fact.
Yep. Yep. Go line two. Yep.
And Krista makes the open hit and stick.
Nice control. Control.
Get our first look now at Peter Anderson, the second for the Yukon.
Lean.
Yeah.
Lean. Yep. Yep.
Trying to hold that shooter.
Yep. Right to it.
Laura and Laney hoping to keep it online. That will be a hit and roll to the open side, which is a nice shot. Keeps it away from that corner guard, Clint.
Yeah, absolutely. These first deal will probably try to hit this and maybe roll behind their guard, but keeping it there too for the first end, just keep it clean, might be an option as well.
14 teams here in Prince Albert, split into two 7-team pools. They play a round robin within their pools, 6 round robin games, and then the top 4 teams from each pool will then go into the championship pool, and the other 3 will go into the seeding pool. They'll play the crossovers on Thursday and Friday. The seeding pool will determine the final standings. That'll set up the pools for next year's Canadian Mixed in Swift Current. In the championship pool, 4 versus 4. They'll play those 4 teams from the other pool, and then the top 4 teams will make it to the playoffs.
Gotta go.
That will take place on Saturday.
Gotta go.
Oh, looks like this one's over curling.
Okay.
That's something we have noticed all day today, Clint, is that there's definitely a lot more movement in the ice than there was yesterday.
Weight was good. It's just he was tight.
That's always good for sure, especially with this quality of curlers here. We want to see that.
Great ice surface put together by head ice technician Drew Rahorchuk and his crew here in Prince Albert. They played a little bit with the pebbling patterns and the size of the pebble, and they've gotten quite a bit more movement in the ice, which is great to see. We'll get an example of it here as Sam Forstall tries to get one buried behind that corner guard.
You got room. You got room. You got room. Get ready. Get ready. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Okay. Nice.
Won't get buried, but good weight. The double's not there.
Just nice normal.
Well, we do that. It's that, right?
Lainey Clausen with her first shot of tonight's game. Very familiar face to people who've watched Yukon curling over the years, and she's done a lot of volunteer work as well with the Yukon Curling Association.
That one doesn't seem to be coming up. I think we might have another flash.
Yeah, we got a piece, I think.
Well, they did have a piece.
I wasn't lying to you. I think we had a small piece.
Now Shaylin Park.
Okay, Laney. Shake it up. Yep. Yep. Keep going. Yep. Yes.
Brunswick sitting 2 in this first end.
Yeah, if Park can put one here, Christmas tree that, they're going to be in pretty good shape here with the hammer.
The guide maybe was in the wrong spot. Eight, 9. Curl. Shirt's over.
Just Flanagan trying to carve that over a bit. Now they're calling it to make it straight, maybe get by it. Well, that's a pretty good result.
A little heavy out of her hand. They got to switch to plan B.
A little less. That's good.
Just over halfway too late.
It's her.
Lainey Clausen, her final shot of this opening end. Playing the hit.
Clean. Yep.
How do you get there with this?
Peter and Laura trying to keep this on line. Might even be able to get across the face and roll behind that guard, but it will be a nose hit.
Yeah, that would have been ideal for sure if they could have hit and hide there. They would have been able to maybe take this end away from them.
Instead, that'll be the call that
10.5.
Grant Odeshaw calls.
11 or 10.5.
Allison. Allison. Yep.
Ten five. Yep. Yep.
Just be positive up
Yep.
here.
Really hard. Really hard.
Trying to hold it so they can get the roll, but I think that's going to end up pretty much on the nose. It will.
Get safe. Good throw.
So it is New Brunswick sitting 3, but
Yeah.
boy, there's a triple there if it's
If it's hit right, I think it will go for sure.
Good throws.
You have to throw some steam though.
That was a tough one. Yeah. If I give you too much ice, it stays out there. I'm not sure exactly.
That one's perfect. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
If I catch it third-ish, we might double, triple, like get some yellow moving.
there it is. That sums it up better than we could.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, even if you get that double, give up 2 at the start, not bad, but can fight back. 3's always a little tougher to fight back.
Always nice to see a backswing. Lifting up that granite, Terry Miller. That's going to be a nose hit, it looks like. New Brunswick still sitting 2.
That?
14-3 T.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just quiet wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Okay.
14-3, just running over 24 seconds, which isn't too bad.
Top 8.
Hopefully they can keep that, maybe get a little faster. It's always nice to play on that keen ice.
So 14-3 being hog line to hog line?
Yes. Yeah.
It's out of we draw here ourselves.
A little more, Shane.
Then we had that.
That tells you how much more curl there is in this ice. On the other side of the center line to get out there near that shot rock that's on the tee line.
I know, guys. Take a look.
Mine's
Take a
good
look.
this year. Mine's good. Yeah, room.
Starting to move, but I think he was hoping for a little more.
Bring it behind
High.
this one then.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Not quite the outcome they were looking for. They were hoping that would move a little more. On the upside, and I don't think you were here for the
No real double there.
Sunday night game, but that's a win already for Grant Odeshaw as he didn't wreck the hack.
Oh,
Yes, throwing his first rock the other night, the hack came out with him.
oh wow.
And in fact, it happened twice. He was given a couple of rethrows, and first time I've ever said in my life, Grant Odeshaw with his 4th shot of the first end.
Just got to sacrifice. We got to
Crazy game, eh?
But
yeah, hit and sit here.
Drew Horchuk and his crew were able to repair that
I
hack.
got to throw a little less weight.
The old guy still got some power in his legs, I guess.
Sure does. So a chance at a double here for Terry Miller.
I don't really feel like playing a freeze.
Yeah, or if he can't do that, he hit and hide underneath, cut him down to 2 is like I said, is not the end of the world, first end, but it would be awesome if we could.
Double. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm thinking more, a little less weight, like control it. Yep.
That's going to have to be swept hard to get by that top guard. I think it's all over it, Clint.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think he's got half for sure. Something you didn't want to do for sure. Give him a chance to start with a 4.
Draw to the full 12. We'll put 4 on the point, 4 on the scoreboard for Team New Brunswick, which is an ideal start for Grant. As mentioned, a two-time, or former Canadian mixed champion, not a two-time, looking for his second. But if Grant were to win this Canadian mixed championship, he would set a record for the longest span between Canadian championships in Canadian curling history. 1994 winner at Leduc.
It's almost 30 years.
28 years later, that would break the record that's currently held by PEI's Robert Campbell.
Keep the broom down.
Mine's good.
Broom down, you can't hurt it.
Just sweep
Heavy,
pretty.
it's heavy. Heavy. Oh, okay,
Okay,
right on,
roll
right
it. Oh, you have no backing.
on. Okay, you're good. Clean it, clean it, clean it.
Looks like it's starting to come down. I think it'll be okay.
Yep, hard, guys. Okay,
Little
you're
scrub
good.
to warm up the sweepers.
That'll get the job done, and it will be a 4 for Team New Brunswick.
Hey, Grant.
A 4-0 lead after one end, and Team Yukon will have the hammer when we come back for the second end after this. Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center for Draw 8 action of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. Our feature game tonight, Team New Brunswick, skipped by Grant Odeshaw, Team Yukon, skipped by Terry Miller, and it is New Brunswick jumping out into an early 4-0 lead. And you couldn't ask for a better start if you're Team New Brunswick.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it'll be hard to come back from that. But they do put a guard up, which surprises me. I thought for sure they'd come top 4, so that must be a mistake.
I feel like that was called in the rings, but that is good news for Team Yukon. Laura Wilson, 58. She's been neighbors with Lainey Klassen for a long time, 25 years apparently. She has been in a number of senior national events, women's senior nationals more specifically, representing Team Yukon. She won a sportsmanship award in Stratford, as well as Sault Ste. Marie last year, which is hardly surprising based on our interactions here this week. This whole Yukon team, just a great group of folks. Lots of fun to hang around. She's a dietitian, has worked at Whitehorse General Hospital for 10 years, now works for the Yukon Bariatric Specialty Program.
Just a little heavy on that first one. I think she wanted to stay out for sure. I'll get probably a hit and roll.
Let's look at Krista Flanagan, the New Brunswick lead. She's 29 years old. Works for Stantec Consulting Limited. She's a civil engineer dealing with water resources, like specifically the design of water and wastewater systems. And she'll be playing third for New Brunswick at the Everest Canadian Curling Club Championships in a couple weeks at West Edmonton Mall. Should be a great time for Krista Flanagan and her New Brunswick team.
That'd be a great experience. Hopefully you have lots of people there as well.
Okay, well,
Laura Wilson, by the way,
that's fine. It's
originally
right
from a place just up the road. I mean, everything's just up the road, but Flin Flon,
Okay, yeah.
a few hours away on the Hanson Lake Road.
Yeah, absolutely. North and east, I guess.
Spent a few summers there myself back in the day. That's where my mother is from.
Cheer on the Flin Flon Bombers. The SJHL.
This pass should still be fine, right? We're not going to quite reach the slide path?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the corner guard is up for
So it's still same as practice.
the Yukon. And we'll get our first look tonight. In this second end, anyways, New Brunswick second, Sam Forrestal. Playing in his first national curling championship, but not his first national competition, by the way.
Good at it.
Attending Kennebecasis Valley High School, he was a member of the 2011 Reach for the Top national champions.
So we got a pretty good one coming here. I think we're a little heavy.
Sam works as a provincial fire prevention officer with the New Brunswick Office of the Fire Marshal. And we'll roll to the back 12.
What did you say he had? Oh, I got 13.5.
Now Peter Anderson settles into the hack for Yukon, the Yukon second, 29 years old. Currently the manager of the White Horse Curling Club, but you want good stories. This guy, quite amazing. He spent time in Europe living in Kosovo. And was directly responsible for Kosovo being accepted as a full member nation of the World Curling Federation. He worked hard behind the scenes to generate interest in curling in Kosovo, and actually curled for Kosovo at 2 World Championships, the 2019 World Mixed Doubles and the 2019 World Mixed Championship. Quite an amazing story. Don't have time to go into all of it, but it's quite remarkable. And also was a member of the first Kosovo team to ever win a game at the World Mixed Doubles, 9-3 over Nigeria in 2019 in Aberdeen, Scotland.
Love of curling just never ends. Take it to new countries.
Just remarkable story, Peter Anderson.
Yep. Hard.
He says his ambition, by the way, he's working at White Horse right now, but down the road he'd love to get back to Kosovo and build the first dedicated curling facility in the Balkans.
Wow.
Good.
Little hit and roll there. Half buried.
Big part of what Peter Anderson did with curling over in Kosovo involved the floor curling that is put together by the great people at Rock Solid Productions, people behind Rocks and Rings and all those outdoor curling and floor curling sets that you see. Just amazing job that the folks at Rock Solid have done to bring curling to new places around the world, and certainly had a role to play with Peter's efforts in Kosovo.
I meant like firm 10. Or like firm 10.5, sorry.
I think just firm from what we wanted. That definitely wasn't a 9.
I thought it was 10 anyway.
Yeah.
So now Krista Flanagan, 29 years old, the vice skip for, my mistake, Shaylin Park, 23 years old, the vice skip for Team New Brunswick, but mentioned that Krista Flanagan would be playing third for Team New Brunswick, the Everest Curling Club Championships. Well, she'll be playing third for this woman, Shaylin Park. She will be skipping Team New Brunswick at West Edmonton Mall later this month. She's a kinesiologist at CBI Health in Moncton. New Brunswick sitting 2, and another chance to lob one in there from Shaylin.
No line yet.
6. There it goes.
Krista, get ready.
7.
Krista.
7, 8, 9. Yeah. I want to touch it.
You don't like to hear those numbers get bigger, do you?
No, definitely not. You want to keep it above the tee line for sure, but I think that one might just slide behind. So
Good finish, though, which you'd like to see.
a little out for the Yukon for sure. It's pretty much buried. So if Yukon can come down to it, freeze, could set themselves up for a couple.
Lainey Clausen, she's 54. Curled at a number of national championships for Yukon over the years. But she became a grandma for the second time this year, which is why her team that she played with last year in Canmore, her son Braden was on that team, but he's at home with baby Beckett.
Hard game.
Sweeping this one's tight.
Great sweep.
Clear this up.
Okay. Atta girl.
And the other member of that Yukon team from last year at Canmore was Laney's sister, Shani, who has now moved to Mexico. Lucky Shani.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially after all the snow we got these last couple of days. Oh, I think you'd rather having a brewski on the sand for sure.
Trying to avoid the jam here. Should be okay. New Brunswick will remain sitting 3.
Same thing, lady. Let's give you a little extra.
Somebody say my name?
No, nobody said your name. We both yelled, whoa.
Okay, I heard my name.
No.
So another attempt at the freeze.
You got loads of room.
Looks like we got hack weight coming though, so I don't know if that thing's going to be able to finish.
Okay. Yeah, Peter.
Peter will try and carve it over, but
Big chunk of this.
that's going to push it in a little further. And
Okay, next
Grant,
one.
like a panther, jumps on that to drag it out of the rings.
You can sit one on top here. They're going to be sitting really good again.
So see Grant Odishaw, 58 years old, and certainly one of the most accomplished curlers in Canadian curling history. This is his 24th appearance representing New Brunswick at a national championship. Played in 9 Briars.
Yeah.
This is his 10th Canadian mixed championship. He's played at 5 Canadian senior men's. Also played in the 2001 Olympic trials. In all those years, he's won the gold at the 94 mixed, as noted. 2000 silver at the Briar, and a number of bronze medals, including 2002 at the Briar, playing with Russ Howard. And a few silvers at the 91 mixed, the 2020 mixed. So he knows his way around this game, and just one of the game's real gentlemen as well.
7.
Sounds a little heavy.
Okay, Chris,
6.
get ready. Chris,
7.
get ready.
7.
Saying 7 T-line, but I think it might be a little deeper than that.
Yep.
Just past.
There's a nice little pocket available for Terry Miller.
Good try. Just real quick there.
Line curl a bit more. Give me another inch, please. Thank you. Should be virtually right up down there for speed-wise.
Terry celebrated his 60th birthday this year. He'll be skipping Team Yukon next month at the 2022 Everest Canadian Senior Men's Championship in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. I should note that Laney will be a member of the Yukon women's team at that Everest Canadian Seniors. Lifelong curler. Terry is making his 2nd appearance at the Canadian Mixed. That'll be his 5th Canadian Seniors next month. He works for Frito-Lay Canada for over 30 years as a sales rep. So if you're looking for some salt and vinegar or ketchup chips, you know who to call. Terry Miller. He's your man.
Doesn't look like he's been tasting them though.
No, he's a great athlete. Yes, he's sure. In fact, he was honored in the Yukon with a top athlete award. Among the best athletes in the Yukon, and boy,
peach here.
That is a pistol.
Good sweep.
That red rock is not going to go anywhere.
Gonna freeze on top of it, I think.
What a chance for Grant to follow it down and freeze on top of it, but good sweeping by Peter and Laura.
Try to freeze again. Short's not bad. Yeah.
There you get a look at that. That's would take dynamite to remove.
Yeah, for sure.
Little less, Shane.
Grant Odeshaw, his final shot of this second end. Grant, by the way, also will be at those Everest Canadian Seniors, playing with his brother Terry. Terry will be skipping the team. Grant will be playing second. Got by one, got by two. Will they drag it in for shot? Oh, what a great shot. What a great
I think
scrub.
that is, yeah, for sure, by the looks of it.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That will also be hard to take out of there.
Grant Odeshaw threw that shot, but Sam Forrestal and Krista Flanagan made it for him. What a great sweep by that front end from New Brunswick. And let's throw a shout out to Shaylin Park for the line call as well. Total team shot there for New Brunswick.
Absolutely.
Cue cars out and give them 4 or 5. Okay. I'm thinking the out turn, eh? The out turn's probably the best. What's that? Well, no, but we'll get shot. Well, I don't know how we're getting shot rock without playing. The only other shot is like chipping this off of here, like playing back line. Like, yeah. Okay, let's do that. It's a little flat for a 60-year-old.
I'm not sure what they're trying, unless they're just trying to see if they can
try chipping the red.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to try to come off that back yellow one and maybe roll up to the button and try to take one and
play hack weight. Like
the in-off was available on that rock on the far left, but you'd have had to throw it awfully hard, and Terry just didn't think he had that shot in his bag.
And he definitely didn't want to lose that one red one for sure, because there's a lot of dandelions there. So.
Yes, sir.
No, like solid back line.
Final shot for Terry Miller in this second end.
So he's got good weight.
Hard, buddy.
Seeing if he can carve it over.
Now does he have enough to push it?
Oh, great try.
I think it's going to be one yellow.
They're looking at it awful close.
It might need a measurement. Oh, there's the tap by Clausen, and New Brunswick's going to get one more.
So it is a steal of one for Team New Brunswick. They will take a 5-0 lead into the second end. We'll be right back after this.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan, cold enough.
Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. It's Tuesday night curling at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. Draw 8 action, our feature game. Team New Brunswick, 2-1, skipped by Grant Odeshaw out of Moncton, New Brunswick. They take a 5-0 lead into the third end over Team Yukon, Terry Miller's team from Whitehorse, and it will be the Yukon with last rock in this third end, looking to get onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, those skips last end threw some great shots, so hopefully see more of that and get some guards here and put some more rocks in play.
You got it, gang. You got it. Okay. Once you're over, take a break. Take a break. Take a break. That's fine. We can stack 7 rocks behind there. Wow.
As we loved listening in on Terry last year in Canmore as well, and that's why. He's got a great sense of humor, and he's already planning the 7-ender behind that corner guard.
It's happened. He took an 8-ender 3 years ago.
9.
Got lucky and scored an 8-ender, so it's pretty exciting for sure.
Stay with it.
Just in the rural league though, no
Behind the tape.
competitive.
8, 9. I'd like to
8,
go.
9.
Okay, no, we're good.
It's there to come off. 7. 6.
Curl.
6.
Curl. Hard curl. Go.
8 there, Jessa.
Just a heavy draw.
So we'll run down the other scores on the ice tonight. Tuesday night, draw 8, as teams continue jockeying for position to get into that championship pool here at the 2022 Canadian Mix. Northern Ontario, skipped by former Canadian champion Trevor Bonneau. They just took 3 in the second end, and they are now up 3-2 on Dennis Watt's PEI team from Summerside. So it's a 3-2 lead for Northern Ontario. PEI will have the hammer in the third end. Newfoundland Labrador, Will Butler's team from Stephenville and St. John's, they took a deuce early on, and they have a 2-0 lead over Team Ontario, Scott McDonald's team from St. Thomas.
10.5.
It's a deuce in the second end for Newfoundland Labrador after a blank first. And in the other game on the ice, it is Team Alberta stealing a single point in the first end, a blank second, and it is Team Alberta, Team Morgan Muse out of Calgary and Cochrane. They lead Team Nunavut. Peter Mackey's team from Iqaluit. It is 1-0 for Alberta in the third end. Nunavut with last rock. You can get all the scores all the time on curling.ca/scoreboard. That's curling.ca/scoreboard. Live scores up to the minute from the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
Perfect. That nice, solid control. Solid control.
We've talked about the Team Northern Ontario uniforms with that angry moose. But boy, those Northern Lights on the Yukon uniforms, sublimated by run back, that's a great uniform itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Okay, Peter.
well, got a flash here. I don't know if that picked or what happened, but looks like Oshaw's going to clean up here.
Hardly surprising with a 5-0 lead. Don't need any rocks in play up there.
Absolutely.
This is the end, right?
Little speed wobble there from Sam Forrestal.
Just got a piece of it. Do the job.
That was rough. Yeah.
Yeah, going back to your jerseys there, Saskatchewan can see some pretty nice Northern Lights as well. I don't know about down in the lower mainland BC, but sure can see some good ones here in Saskatchewan as well.
Like us, that was 2 feet wide. I'm like, oh no.
Clean. Yep.
Basically came out on our yellows. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, right to it.
Yep.
Okay,
Doesn't need to be pretty.
That'll remove one of the New Brunswick stones.
Definitely was not that.
No, it was not.
Yep.
3/4 this side. I think you throw. It's a move too. Not many rocks. I think you got to go back in. Okay.
Shaylin Park
Yep.
used to be coached by Grant.
Hard for a piece.
and she considers him one of the most influential people of her curling career. So I know it's a big highlight for her to be curling with Grant here this week.
Hit and roll the button. Yeah, the T-line though.
Sorry about that last one.
Just that. Clean. Whoa. 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 Come on. Yep. Slow a little. Yep. Atta girl.
Good throw by Lainey Klassen. Still is New Brunswick sitting 1.
10.5.
Yep.
And more importantly, if you're from New Brunswick, you like the fact that the play is in the rings and there's no guards up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to make sure you keep that clean and force them to one.
Sam.
All right, Sam.
Asking
Sam
for a
being
little
asked
curl.
to carve this just a little bit to avoid the jam. But I think that is automatic jam, yep.
Okay.
Man down. Both you now, both. Hard, cross center, hard.
Just a little wide of the broom.
Now we're just deciding when to come around or you want to hit and stick. And I think both are good calls. They're going to go with the latter one. Going to hit and stick.
Chance to sit 2, but double will be an option for New Brunswick. Got to make it though.
Yep.
You got to make this one too if you're Lainey Klassen.
Yep. You got it.
Yep.
You got it.
Yep. Yep.
Just no roll.
Roll on top.
Okay, Lainey. Atta girl. I just wanted to know if you felt like I would have. Honestly, I would have.
So roll's frozen, but
okay.
anything on the high side, on the broom side there, should make those go away, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I would think so. I as long as you're on that broom side, I think you should be okay.
Grant is a letter carrier for Canada Post. He also has a couple side hustles. He owns a vending business. And also is the co-owner of the Academy of Curling, which puts on curling clinics all over Canada.
Hard, Krista. Really hard.
Just on the broom side. Krista trying to keep it on that broom side. See if that spins out. Shaylin Park trying to drag it as far as she can, but it's going to hang in for a little biter.
Chance to sit 2 here again. Yeah, just hit a little full and didn't want to kick that one out.
Yeah.
Great.
Terry Miller now with a chance to hit and stick to sit 2.
This isn't bad.
Trying to hold the line.
All the way.
That should be okay though.
A hit and stick for sure.
Very nice sweeping by Peter and Laura.
I'm not allowed to call line anymore.
So Grant will take a look at the double.
A little less than a quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little more.
Same weight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about a quarter rock
Okay.
should be close.
Grant being in Moncton and spending a good chunk of his life in Moncton after moving there from Saskatchewan. He was saw some pretty cool things in Moncton. He was
Same weight. The Shea, not me.
attended the 1980 Silver Broom in Moncton that Canada's Rick Folk won. That, as a lot of Saskatchewan curling fans will know, he ended the 7-year dry spell for Canada at the World Championship that year that went back to the curse of Labonte. And he was there in 1985, the Moncton Brier, for the infamous Al Hackner shot against Pat Ryan. Now he's taking on the double.
This one's curling though. I think he's got almost half.
I think that'll go out over top, so it will be touch paint. Terry Miller will score a pair.
What side did you and I practice on? Oh, this side over here, right? Yeah. Can I, a little less, Laney, thank you.
Great opportunity here for Yukon to get back into this game with a deuce.
Yeah, with the ice running fairly quickly, I think it should be no problem for a gentleman like this.
Think so? Okay, hard, buddy. Come on, gang. Come on, you got it. You got it. You got it.
It's going to have to be dragged.
Encouraging his sweepers.
All right, gang. No.
And pull the string.
Yeah, just a little bit, so it will be just a single point. And New Brunswick will take a 5-1 lead and last rock advantage into the fourth end when we come back right after this. Back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center as we head into this fourth end of our feature game between the Yukon, Terry Miller's team from Whitehorse, and Team New Brunswick, skipped by Grant Odishaw from Moncton. It is a 5-1 lead for New Brunswick, and they will have hammer in this fourth. And you can feel the intensity level ratcheting up as we complete the first round of pool play tomorrow with 3 draws. And that will then set up how things go for the championship pool and the seeding pool beginning Thursday at 9 a.m. Central. But we will carry 3 draws of action tomorrow here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel. The lineup looks like this: 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. That will be Jamie Cooey's team from the Northwest Territories taking on Ontario and Team Scott McDonald from St. Thomas.
Really coming down.
That'll be followed at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Team PEI, Dennis Watts and his team from Summerside against Will Butler's young team from Newfoundland and Labrador, Stephenville and St. John's. And then the final draw of preliminary round play will be tomorrow at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. The home team, Saskatchewan's team Sean Meacham from Swift Current. They will take on Miles Craig's BC team representing Victoria and Duncan.
Okay, long as we're
Those will be the final 3 draws of televised action tomorrow, and of course we will start broadcasting on Thursday from the championship pool, and we'll have some seeding pool games as well. It's all leading to Saturday's playoffs. Semifinals at 10 a.m. East Central Time, and the gold medal game and the bronze medal game at 2:30 p.m. Saturday. Reminder, no tiebreakers to determine playoff spots. It all comes down to head-to-head record, and if head-to-head doesn't decide it, then last shot draw distance. And also, they're not using the no-tick rule. There is no no-tick rule at this event because most of the teams qualified last season, and the no-tick rule wasn't in effect. So you can tick shots that are on the center line unlike what will take place at the Tim Hortons Briar in the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
3, 2.
All right. All right.
She dumped it.
Okay.
I think.
Got a couple center guards up
I
here.
think that was your release. Was it not?
Come around.
Okay.
It was light out of your hand, though.
Oh yeah, I know it's light, but
Yeah. I thought you might have had a little.
So a couple centers up there, and Peter Anderson will see if he can sneak one around.
I don't think that would have been all her. That was sharp.
Yep, for line. Okay, we're on the top. We're on the top, so I don't know what to say. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just leave it there. Okay, Peter.
Chance maybe to clear out some of those guards here.
Definitely a double, but that triple might be there.
Matter of whether that top rock does go over top of the corner guard that was thrown by New Brunswick.
Yep.
It'll be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
1, 2. Nope.
Just across top face.
Double peel, that works. Nice throw by Sam Forrestal.
Just here. Just here. What, in?
Going to put back that center guard. Get something going here in this
That's fine. Okay.
fourth end.
Oh, what? Shot. That's okay.
And another peel will be called by New Brunswick. Sam Forrestal.
Careless.
Well. Yep. Oh.
New Brunswick will close out its round robin tomorrow with a pair of games. Saskatchewan in the morning draw at 10 a.m. and then they will play Quebec, unbeaten Quebec, tomorrow night. And depending on how those games shake down, that could decide first place in the pool.
Even that game against Saskatchewan, though, if they win this one, they'll have equal records. So I think, yeah, tomorrow's a big day for New Brunswick for sure.
Okay.
Yukon will play Quebec in the morning draw, and then Nunavut in the afternoon draw to close out the round robin.
Okay, that's good. Atta girl, Laney. Good judge game.
Because of some of the lineup, the draw juggling that was caused by some of the late arrivals of teams, Northwest Territories, Jamie Cooey's team will play 3 times tomorrow. It's the only way they could get the draw done to make sure everybody played their full round robin allotment. So big day tomorrow for the Northwest Territories. They do have the night off tonight. 3-0 record for Jamie Cooey's team from the Territories.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Hard, Sam. Hard, Sam. Hard, Sam. Hard, Sam. Hard, 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 hard. Good try. Tough
Knows
block.
that one.
Two
Terry was
teams.
looking for.
Sorry about that, Clint. 2 teams have already booked their spots in the championship pool. Quebec at 4-0. They are through for sure to the championship pool. And on the other pool, Nova Scotia's Paul Fleming, who stole a point in the last end to win his game this afternoon against Manitoba to improve to 4-1, and Nova Scotia is through to the championship pool as well.
We'll let it curl. Whoa, whoa, here it comes, coming in perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Nice shot.
Northern Ontario, Trevor Bonneau can also clinch a championship pool
Good judge, Laura.
spot with a win tonight. They are currently now in a 5-2 lead over Prince Edward Island. Stole 2 in the third end, did Team Trevor Bonneau.
Hard, Krista. Hard for a piece. Hard for a piece. Hard for a piece. Hard for a piece.
Good.
As I always say, those are the 4 worst words in curling. And that is an unfortunate miss there. Did clear out the guard, but it did knock the Yukon spot rock into the rings to sit third. We'll see how that played out. Just skinny off that, but this is the one over on the side that promotes the Yukon's shot in there. Still not a terrible situation. New Brunswick with hammer here in the fourth end.
And that one just hangs.
Front end fairly open, so
Just make sure I have a path to that 4-foot is basically Grant Odeshaw's philosophy here.
yeah, absolutely.
I think this is too tight to make that.
What?
That's a catch. Good sweeping.
Or we split ours.
But it is Yukon with shot rock and shot in hand. Terry Miller. I believe he'll be playing a guard here. Got to make it good though.
This is probably better.
Line's good. Wait.
Looking for that halfway guard.
Got to get it over though.
Get it over, get it over.
Seems like it's dying fast.
Get it over.
I think they got it.
But I think that will still be available, even though it's dead buried, but it's just so far out in front. I think Grant Odeshaw will be able to make a play at this shot rock.
As soon as we're by the guard, it's you. Yeah.
Mike and I are saying that a couple times.
Yeah, a little more, Shay. It should curl here.
You like that?
Yeah. Either or. Okay. We get the top of the line. Forward. Forward, yeah.
Grant Odeshaw, his first rock at this fourth end.
Well, he was curling early.
Sam trying to keep it off that guard. No, they know it's all over it.
A little bit more weight.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep it going. Keep going.
That's still a pro miss, isn't it? At least you got the guard off.
Yeah, and it cleared the front still, so yeah, no, for sure.
Try it. Wow.
Wide would have been bad.
Yeah.
I got to give you more than that, though. No.
No, I just want to replace that, maybe a little tighter,
If I told you
make it a
we're
little
gonna
harder.
Sweep this one, would you be happy?
So another try for the guard here. Another option might be bringing another one into the house to sit second shot.
Yeah, for sure. The only thing is, though, if it's too tight, make a double and then give up 2. I think stealing one would be the thing you'd like to do right now, just kind of get back in the game.
It's got to curl, though, in order to protect that shot rock. Just like that. Very nice.
Well, you had to sweep a little bit, sorry. Good sweep.
Buried.
gets the job done. So really only the option available for Grant Odishaw now is to draw.
It's getting heavier.
Touch the
That's
forefoot.
just me, so don't put that in your head. But holy.
Yep, hard line. Yep, line hard. Yep, line hard.
One of the good stuff. Yeah.
Final shot of this fourth end, Grant Odishaw looking to draw for one.
It's running. Coming off now. Running. 6, 7.
Full 4.
Oh, don't touch it.
That should come down.
Yes, sir.
And that is a single point for New Brunswick. And they will take a 6-1 lead into the fifth end. And the teams will enjoy their fourth end break. We will too. We'll be back after this to Prince Albert.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Sure, it can be a bit uncomfortable at times. You're going to have to do some shoveling, scrape some ice off your windshield, and you're definitely going to need to wear a toque. But that's all part of the fun. It's about dressing right and preparing for the adventure. So bundle up and embrace the season. Saskatchewan, cold enough.
Curling teaches as much about life as it does about sport. Club, team, house, lead, rock. These are the words of our sport, words we embody, powerful words, words that speak to everything we represent: respect, togetherness, strength. Curling doesn't discriminate. The ice doesn't judge. It adapts. It accepts. Curling isn't a book to be judged by its cover. On these sheets, everyone is on the same page. It's what's on the inside that counts. We dream big. We play with heart. We focus on these circles and imagine podiums in far-off places. In a game of inches, every move counts. Are you ready to make yours? The support of the curling community makes it possible for thousands of kids across Canada to follow their dreams, on and off the ice. Please give generously.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan. Cold enough.
Welcome back to Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. The Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center, site of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. And we head into the fifth end of our feature game tonight between Team New Brunswick and Team Yukon. Grant Odeshaw's team from Moncton in a 6-1 lead. And the Yukon with hammer in this fifth end. I'm Al Cameron, joined tonight by Clint Rissling. And Clint, as we like to do, we're going to put you in the position of the coach. What might you have told these teams at the fourth end break? And let's start with Team Yukon, down by 5.
I think you just keep it simple. Try to get some guards in play and try to force them. Get their deuce here and then try to force them the next one and get a deuce and kind of work their way back. But down 6-1, it's going to be a tough battle for sure.
On the other hand, not sure you'd have a lot to say to Team New Brunswick after taking a 6-1 lead into the fourth end break.
Yeah, no, just keep doing what you're doing. Make your shots and keep it open, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Ride out the last few.
Hey, better than back button.
Yeah.
New Brunswick coming into this game with a 2-1 record, looking to get to 3-1, and Yukon at 0-3. One of those losses a forfeit loss based on travel issues getting here the other day. Top 4 teams in each of the round-robin pools will advance to the championship pool, and importantly, their win-loss records will carry through with them. So you can't take anything for granted. You gotta, even fourth place in your pool, you might get to that championship pool, but you need to have a good win-loss record in order to get things done in the championship pool.
Absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it carries on to next year's stats as well for next year's.
Well, not the win-loss record. It's just the overall finish.
Yeah.
So that's how they'll set up the pools for next year. That's why they'll play the bottom 3 teams will play the bottom 3 teams in the other pool to finish complete the standings from 9th through 14th, and that will set up the pools for next year's event in Swift Current.
Okay, whoa, then, whoa, let it go. You can use it up front, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Samuel, let's go.
That's okay. It's okay.
It's got a little pile of rocks up there.
Fudge at the end.
Yep.
Especially on this line. It's pretty tight ice.
Good draw opportunity for Sam Forrestal to get to behind that pile.
4.
Straight.
Yep.
Whoa.
5.
Whoa.
6.
Running.
7.
Numbers keep getting higher.
It's not fudging.
Never a good thing.
We're back to your feet. We're to your feet.
We're looking at a 8 or 9. 8.
I never fudged.
We'll give you a quick update of the other 3 games that are being played here tonight at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. All of them now just about to start their fifth end. Ontario, Team Scott McDonald from St. Thomas. They were down 2-0 early to Will Butler's Newfoundland Labrador team, but a deuce in the third end for Ontario and a stolen one in the fourth, and it is a 3-2 lead for Ontario over Newfoundland Labrador. Ontario coming into that game with a 1-2 record. Newfoundland Labrador at 0-3. Team Alberta, Morgan Muse's team from Calgary and Cochrane, looking for their second win. They have a 1-3 record, and they have jumped out into a 4-1 lead starting the fifth end.
There you go.
One in the first for Alberta. Nunavut tied it with one in the third, and then Alberta cracks a big 3 in the fourth. So it is Nunavut with last rock in the fifth end, down 4-1. And the other game, Northern Ontario, Trevor Bonneau's team from Thunder Bay, with a chance to clinch its spot in the championship pool. They have jumped out now into a 6-2 lead over Prince Edward Island. Dennis Watts and his team from Summerside. Northern Ontario gave up a deuce in the first end to PEI, but then came back with 3 in the second, a stolen 2 in the third, and a stolen point in the fourth. Northern Ontario looking to improve to 4-1 and join Team Nova Scotia, Paul Fleming's team, in the championship pool. As noted, Quebec's Team Felix Asselin in Pool A is the only team to have qualified for the championship pool out of that group. That will spill out over top. Will that rock stay on the rings? No, it does not. So it is still New Brunswick sitting shot, Yukon second, but Yukon will go hard for the steal here, or go hard for the points and try and get one behind that center guard.
Yeah, just pick away one at a time. Try to get something generated here.
Okay, yep then. Yep.
Team Yukon has never won at the Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
I'm in.
New Brunswick's last victory came in 2007 at Kitchener. That was Grant's brother Terry skipping New Brunswick to the Canadian Mixed title. Grant, as we mentioned earlier, won the 1994 Canadian Championship. That was played at Leduc. His team that year, Heather Smith, Ricky Perron, and Krista Smith.
How much you got of this?
Those are the only 2 victories by New Brunswick at the Canadian Mixed Championship. Grant came close at the 2020 Canadian Mixed in Saguenay, Quebec. Lost the gold medal game that year against the home team skipped by Jean-Sébastien Roy of Quebec. That was a different team than the one he's got here. Sylvie Quillian was on that team, Mark Lecoq and Jane Boyle. So this is a new team for Grant, younger team, and he says he's really enjoying the experience playing with these youngsters here in Prince Albert. New Brunswick with shot rock, and Yukon will try and, I think they're going to try and promote their own.
Yeah, I think that tap back there up in the top.
Okay, whoa, clean. Whoa.
Lenny Klassen with the raise attempt. Laura's going to try and carve this over to see if it can get on it, but it looks like it's by it. Just tickle it, maybe. No.
Just a bit heavy. Okay.
Might have been, the weight would have been good for the tap.
Yeah, I think so.
Just stayed outside and didn't finish.
Mentioned Shaylin Park, and Krista Flanagan will be playing for New Brunswick at the Everest Canadian Curling Club Championships that begin next week at West Edmonton Mall. Words I never thought I'd say. And of course, our great friends and partners at IKS Live will be bringing you end-to-end broadcast of that event as well. They'll be hitting the road from here and setting up at West Edmonton Mall. Great to have them aboard, bringing you this great action on Curling Canada's YouTube channel. little wide, a little heavy.
Just through.
And you can see why you're asking why would New Brunswick want that out of the house. Well, that would be a catcher for Yukon's rock. They would like that out of play so that nothing available for Yukon to freeze onto. That's a reflection of being up 6-1.
So I think it's tap back again, I think.
Yep, you can.
Line's a little better.
Yeah, let's go around it. Yep. Yep.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh my.
Atta girl.
Just hairs by it.
That's fine.
And that does, I think it's sitting second. See on the overhead. There you go. That rock that you see just at the bottom of the screen belonging to New Brunswick is in fact shot rock.
That's going to cause some trouble though for New Brunswick.
Half, thin half, half, thin half, thin half.
Tap it up or just kick it.
I like the tap personally. There's that double too.
I don't mind the draw.
You gotta watch for jams on the back though.
I think so.
This way too.
Yeah, that's the way I was
I don't
looking
hate
at
that
it.
either. That's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, full 8. Pretty sure we're 1 right now. Yep. We need full 8, right?
So we're going on a path that hasn't been used an awful lot. A little bit of a guess here, I'd say, for Grant Odeshaw.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, going wide and you know, try to finish. Might be a little heavier out there. Catch some of that frost.
Seven.
Krista, you have to go.
8.
Okay,
9.
well
There it is, those numbers going up.
then. No, 13-5.
13-5 should be back 12.
Okay.
If not through. Hangs around.
So it still is New Brunswick with shot rock. But lots of red rocks up there in front to do things with for Yukon.
Yeah. Do you?
That's certainly not the kind of end I don't think that New Brunswick wanted to play with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's only 3 rocks out of play, so. Played right into Yukon's hand.
So I think the raise will be again the call here for Terry Miller. Not sure if that's got the weight. It will come up just a little bit, and that, more importantly, opens up the shot. Now, not a gimme there for Grant Odeshaw because there are a lot of catchers at the back of the rings.
Really good.
He's got all of it, so. And hit and roll just a little bit, but like you said, that catcher in the back might grab it.
Yeah, or just a straight guard on that red one. What are they?
Line was good.
Then they've got to try that wide drop.
He'll try the same shot he just threw.
Okay. like to hit it. It just
I
falls
guess that's
back
why we're
and
here and he's out there. He didn't like our shot.
Well, sometimes your best guard is second shot, so
Yeah, absolutely.
he just threw this, so we'll have an idea of the weight and the line.
Straight.
Straight.
That's the same. Whoa,
Wait.
whoa.
B9.
Whoa.
B9.
No.
C backing.
We got backing. Doesn't really help us though.
And again, just about the same weight he threw on his first one. And it will be Yukon with last rock.
This exact same split.
I'm wondering if they can even somehow manufacture a split that would get them two.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. Quarter rock probably would do it.
Well, there's not a draw split. I mean, this shot, like playing hack weight, just like off nose.
They must have heard you
bumping that
because
through for two.
they like that call.
You could try that, I guess.
Well, I think they're going to play the raise
Basically the same ice, just more weight.
takeout.
So, like, just this side of nose, right? For
Promote their red onto that yellow shot rock, move it back
Yeah.
a couple feet at least, and they would score two.
there's actually a shot for two. If I play hack weight, hit this inch off nose. No, onto the back yellow. And
The old saying goes two ways to skin a cat.
Okay.
On behalf of all cats, not in love with that saying. But final shot here. Final shot, potential shot for two. Just a little on the high side.
Trying to keep it straight.
It's got potential.
Oh.
But it just needed to curl a little more. Overswept a little maybe, and it will be a steal of one for New Brunswick. Tough break there. So it is a 7-1 lead for New Brunswick. And Yukon will have the hammer in the sixth end when we return right after this.
It over curled if it went. I don't understand if it over curled and the rock.
We are back at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center as we enter the sixth end of tonight's feature game between New Brunswick and the Yukon. It is a 7-1 lead now for Grant Odeshaw's team from Moncton. They stole one in that fifth end, and it will be Yukon with hammer in the sixth. Had a pretty legitimate shot there, Clint, to get a single, but just didn't curl enough, and
yeah, just overswept. It was right in line. Like you say, just came across the top of the face, and you got that too. You know, 6-3 looks a lot better than 7-1 for sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Here's Laura
clean,
Wilson.
man. If you're good for weight, just clean. It's good. Atta girl. Good start.
I was in contact with all the players in the weeks leading up to this event, just getting some biographical information, and connected with Laura while she was in San Diego at a conference, and imagine that's a little bit of a body shock to go from San Diego to here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, especially this week with all the snow, and it's going to get a little colder this week. End of the week here, might get into the 20s, so
that's the minus 20s. Let's be crystal clear on that.
Got a curl. Got a curl.
Yeah, I think I'd rather take the
8,
plus 20s, that's for sure.
7, tapping. Okay.
Well, next year's event in Swift Current, that's in the south of Saskatchewan, the tropics.
That's right,
so to speak.
It'll just be windier. Maybe a little warmer, but
no guarantees of that. So New Brunswick has a couple shots in there. They're sitting 2.
I noticed in your live stream game it stuck to your foot a couple of times. But it's just, I think it's just the length of them or something.
Peter and Grant discussing the infamous hack incident from Sunday night, where one of the hacks came out and stuck to Grant's shoe. They did repair it, and it hasn't been an issue since then.
Atta girl. Perfect.
2 beautiful corner guards there by Laura Wilson. Sam Forrestal, he says, growing up, his favorite curlers were Colleen Jones, Brad Gushu, and Mark Nichols. This is just an inspiration that East Coast curlers could still find success.
7, 8.
And we talked about some of the success that Mark Nichols has had over the years, including winning the Canadian Mixed Championship right here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. 3rd time that Prince Albert has hosted the Canadian Mixed Curling Championship, also in 1984. And it was the home team, Saskatchewan's Randy Wojtowicz, who would win that 1984 championship.
Try that.
Good weight.
Huh?
Good weight.
No, it was up. Yeah.
Not far off then.
He only wanted T-line.
Oh. Gotta go.
That's quite a team, that Randy Wojtowicz team.
Okay, yep, then. Yep.
Kathy Thiel at vice skip, Brian McCusker at second, and Jan Betker at lead. Beat Quebec's Kevin Adams in the final in 1984.
Yeah. It's just flat, that's all.
Yep, all the way. Hard, Terry. Help.
Make sure you're in. If you come here, it's okay. No, it's not the greatest. Right here.
Said make sure I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still sitting 3, and now partially buried there behind that shot that was just thrown by Peter Anderson.
Starting to come off. 9.
Chris will try and get this moving sideways a little more. See if they can bury it behind. It will tick and rub to the back of the button. But it is New Brunswick sitting 4. Lots of freeze options available now to Yukon.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Come sit on top of that one of the top 4, and it'll be tough to get it out.
Yep, lies perfect.
Peter Anderson looking to get something in there counting for Yukon.
I got him.
Okay.
Don't like
It
those
will
sounds.
not. No, you sure don't.
Especially when the other team is sitting 4. But they're in play and they can be used. Not lined up perfectly, but
Swap them out.
Shaylin Park now.
Peter. They told me they're from Russia.
Straight. Whoa. Whoa. Right here. There.
And now, sitting 5 is Team New Brunswick.
yeah, I think they're going to try to run something back.
Just,
If that doesn't happen, maybe open it up.
just that easy weight you throw.
At least have a shot at the end.
Yep. Okay, whoa. Whoa, yeah.
And that
Okay, lady. That's fine.
How to get here?
perhaps move. No, it will stay on the rings, but it is now New Brunswick sitting 4 on third rocks here as we proceed here in the 6th end. New Brunswick looking to improve to 3-1 here at the Canadian Mixed.
Okay.
Looks like they'll play a guard.
Split in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way those red rocks are lined up, it is advantage New Brunswick for sure. They have one run back on the far outside one, but other than that, looking pretty good for New Brunswick.
5. 6.
That's a little deeper than they were hoping for.
6. 5.
Yep.
4,
Yep.
3.
Well, that'll work.
Move things around a little bit. Still not great though.
They should be able to promote their own rock.
I think that middle one, yeah.
Yeah.
Same weight. Okay. Can you see that?
I can throw more if you want. You want more weight?
No.
Come off the back.
Penny Claassen with their final shot of this 6th end.
Whoa. Laura.
Laura will see if she can carve it over a little bit.
Starting to get that center line.
Whoa.
It's still on the yellow.
Okay. Yeah.
So we head into skip
That one
rocks.
didn't really fudge, so that's just wick 2 guards.
New Brunswick sitting 4. And
Yeah.
Yukon with last rock here.
Well, when it
trailing
wicked,
7-1.
that kind of came off, so that's going to make it dig in, but it's still nowhere near what it was
Yep,
before.
I think so.
A little more natural to it.
Looks like Grant will play another guard.
Good. Speed's still good. It's not fudging.
Try to put it halfway. Cover that hole. And then I'm not too sure what Mr. Miller's going to be doing.
Doesn't seem to be as slow right now. No, it's not fudging like it was.
It's an interesting comment there too. It had been slowing down a little bit in the later ends of some games, but doesn't appear to be the case tonight. Ice conditions have been superb. Great job by Drew Wahorchuk and his crew here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center.
Good. Good, just here. Easy, Zach.
Krista.
Want this to get over center line. Close that hole.
Push.
Hit.
Is that red?
Does remove the raise.
Sorry, the double red.
I think Terry's looking at
It's like almost half a rock on there. Yeah.
red on red, where Laney put her broom.
I think a smidge more, Laney. Yeah.
But we're getting into cross your fingers territory here
I
for Terry.
I don't want to jinx him for sure, but looking at it through this angle here, if he hits it the wrong way, that might push right through that hole.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a field goal to be kicked here.
It's one of those nights for him.
Oh yeah, spinning. We'll get 3. Hope we get 3.
Not a broom on it.
Close.
It's got a chance though. Just like that.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the big deal?
That's
What field goal? What are you talking about? That was automatic. Just make contact. Great shot by Terry Miller. Called and made.
My next shot. Yeah.
But the short raise takeout is available for Grant. That was a great call and a great shot by Terry Miller. Just off nose for Grant Odishaw to remove that shot stone and sit 3.
Yeah.
Little less, Jay.
Grant's final shot in this 6th end.
9-5. Wow.
so he's got to get off that top guard. And make it curl.
Oh my! Oh!
Hit.
Just haired it, and now suddenly, out of nowhere, Yukon's going to have
Shot for that.
a shot
goose.
for 2. But I'll tell you what, it ain't an easy
Yeah,
shot.
that's it.
What that? The only shot I see for 2, isn't it? Try to draw it to split that hole.
Yeah, I
Trying to
think
go
that's
through the
all he's got.
stagger there, yeah.
None of those rocks up top
Put
are
2 on the board now. What do we
be able to slash in.
Throw this for? Come on, Grant. Just come down here. I'm thinking it's almost got to be like dead weight.
So Yukon, 1 point in the bank, trying to add another one here. Terry Miller, this final shot of the 6th end.
Yeah, he's going to try to navigate his way through this little small port.
Laura.
Looks like it's hanging though.
Trying to carve it in.
Hard, Laura.
It's moving by 1. Tick. Oh! My goodness. 2 wonderful shots by Terry Miller.
Thanks.
What a great shot.
Thank you very much.
Tick, tick, 2. Just like that.
Easy peasy.
So it will be a deuce on the board for Team Yukon, and it will be a 7-3 lead and last rock for Team New Brunswick when we come back after this.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan. Cold enough.
Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. We're about to start the 7th end of tonight's feature game. And wow, 2 of the finest shots you'll see in this championship just executed by Terry Miller, the Yukon skip.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. He was looking at 4 before he started shooting and came up with 2, so can't complain.
Did you? Wasn't that what you want?
So we'll get things started in the 7th end as Yukon gets its center guard up. Take another quick look at the scores. Northern Ontario now up in an 8-2 lead over PEI and well on its way to clinching a berth in the championship pool. They would clinch with a win tonight.
Yeah.
Alberta now up 4-2 on Nunavut with Hammer.
Keep going. Keep going.
And they just threw skip rocks in the 6th end, so we'll give you an update as soon as possible on that one. And in the other game, it is Ontario with a 3-2 lead on Newfoundland Labrador. Newfoundland Labrador does have last rock advantage. We'll see. We'll just wait for the score to be posted in the 6th end over there as well. We'll give you an update as soon as the officials post those scores. And in our game, it is 7-3.
We got plenty of lines just for weight.
New Brunswick with Hammer playing this 7th end.
Peter's going to bury 2 this end. That's perfect. Perfect. You are really something.
Right to it, Krista.
Beaming.
Nice hair.
Yeah.
Touch more.
7.
You can bounce it.
Just
7.
line.
You can bounce it.
Just line.
Yep.
Yep. It's starting to come off. Yep.
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 Looking to lock one on top of their own right now.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Fight it. Fight it.
Oh. You're lucky I still have my feet, otherwise I would have been on my face.
So as you might expect, Yukon will ignore those 2 New Brunswick stones and use their centers. And after this, I think we'll see Sam Forrestal start some peeling on those 2 guards out front that the Yukon threw earlier. 7-3 lead.
Okay, whoever wants a break.
Thanks to just 2 terrific curling shots by Terry Miller. You want to talk a skip's deuce? That is the very definition of a skip's deuce.
I'd take him on my team any day.
It was
outstanding.
14-9.
Shot, Peter.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Might get a shot at the double peel here, but that'll be a nose hit. But it'll take 2 of the stones out, but problem is it leaves the long center up. Just to give you the updates on the other games on the ice, Ontario did steal one in the 6th end. They are up 4-2 now on Newfoundland Labrador.
Got it going.
Team from the Rock has the Hammer in the 7th end. And Alberta taking 2 in the 6th end. And now leading Nunavut 6-2.
Yep. Okay, you're by. Just for weight. Whoa, girls. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, this is fine.
Be another center guard.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good boy, Peter.
Good throws.
Good shots.
Got a good end set up for sure. Might try that run back.
Can also tell you PEI has taken one in the 6th end, and they now trail Northern Ontario 8-3, and Northern Ontario has Hammer playing in the 7th end. Reminder, you can get all the scores all the time, curling.ca/scoreboard. curling.ca/scoreboard.
Plane. Plane. Good.
Oh, that really bounced off of there. Yeah. So let's play this way, lady.
Yukon sitting shot rock and trying to protect that steal point.
Good. Nice shot.
Okay, yeah, you could go. Over and off. Okay, then off. Whoa. Okay, just tight. Okay, that a girl.
Does the job. I think New Brunswick has to make a play at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Half a rock there, but definitely want to keep it clean. 7-3.
Shaylin Park trying to take down that high center. Sweeping to keep it, but it will be a nose hit on it, but does remove the shot stone, and one of the raised stone moves over to the wings, so, but it's still a great opportunity here for Yukon to push the issue. They still shot rock. There's the replay. Again, just not the kind of clean end that New Brunswick would like to play with a 4-point lead.
Okay, let me in, Laura. Let me in. I got it.
Trying to drag that one in. I think they might do it.
Okay, that's not a bad spot. You got it.
We'll see if that's third shot. That might have an effect later in this end. New Brunswick definitely shot.
It's definitely a good position.
Hit and roll being called now for Shaylin Park.
Okay.
Good scrub there by Sam Forrestal, and it is New Brunswick sitting 2.
Yeah, no. Just
pretty even there too, but good chance here for Yukon maybe to play the raise. Or will they hit?
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about right now.
Steal all the way.
They do want to steal. There's two options. They can hit and roll or tap that red one back.
Yeah.
I think it's all in on the tap and on their own.
Okay. See if I can make 3 in a row. Yeah.
Terry Miller, you are a beauty.
Yeah.
First shot in the 7th end. Yukon skip Terry Miller.
Whoa, whoa.
Got a curl.
Whoa, it's got a curl. Laura!
Shooter, Amanda.
Laura all the way. Laura, here comes Laura.
Might be a little on the light side.
Take it on that rock.
Holy.
Just a couple feet light.
Gotta be that spot. Like in that spot.
And that's something you might expect, that in the closer to the middle of the sheet, it will slow down a titch as the slide path gets flattened.
Yeah, for sure.
So New Brunswick sitting 2.
I think we're playing the wick off our yellow.
Grant Odeshaw.
I like it.
I like that. You can get it way buried in. No, I think
I like it.
with this line, I think that's wick off the yellow.
Ignoring those top
Pretty
runs, and
straight
you think
ahead.
he's going to come around.
You hear Sam Forrestal at the far end talking about potential shot options, coming off their own yellow and in behind the 2
Wick off
Yukon
ours.
stones.
Well, that's an option.
Okay.
I'm going to try to go right through the hole.
Okay.
So top button, wait.
Yeah. Six.
Yep, line.
Five.
Line.
Good.
Hard line.
6.
Five.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's
Second
that?
out now. Get it go. Yep. Curl.
Yes, hard line.
Curl. All right. Get the wick. Get the wick.
There's the little tickle.
Yep.
And into the 4-foot.
Great throw.
Perfect.
Good, guys.
Lovely weight, lovely result for
Nice throw, Grant.
Grant Odeshaw.
Don't have a heck of a lot. Like, if you're playing that, you gotta. It's just a redirect shot. Tough shot. Wow. The thing is, this is like you saw how straight even that draw was, right? Like, I'm never getting like that's the best I'm gonna get out of it. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the only thing we do is play the thin, right? A little thin onto here. So, no, well, yeah, I mean, I don't need to throw any I don't need to throw heavy weight, but you almost got to play to miss this. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah.
So the thin double, I think, is the call here.
Just like solid control weight.
Game on the line, really, for Yukon.
Yeah,
Last
absolutely.
gasp.
Yeah, just come off that top one and
You almost got to
hopefully
play to miss this. Yeah. Right.
like Terry was saying,
So,
just miss it,
Thinking like solid control.
wick off that back one, and
Do you
sit
think that's
buried
enough,
would be
like,
perfect.
Not enough ice, too much? Yeah. Like I gotta catch like a half inch of that rock. So basically I gotta, almost like you gotta shoot the hole there is what I've gotta try.
Oh wow, what a shot!
Wow.
Thank you.
Did it again, this guy.
He's coming alive in these last 4 ends for sure.
Okay, straight draw.
Unfortunately, they only have one more end to play. If they had played 10 ends, maybe they give him a chance.
Little less, Jay. Less.
What do we need?
We need a good piece of it.
Okay. Okay.
So a draw for a single point for Grant Odeshaw. He was sitting 3 a minute ago.
About the
Just a
same.
super shot. Another super shot by Terry Miller. And this is for a single.
6.
7.
Yeah.
Did they wait too long on this?
They gotta go. They gotta go. I think they have it.
Oh, great sweeping by Sam and Krista. And it is a single point
One yellow.
for New Brunswick. So we will head into the 8th end. It will be Yukon with last rock advantage when we come back right after this.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't want to move it before I knew.
We have our first final on the night here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. It is a Northern Ontario taking 2 in the 7th end, and the handshakes are offered by Prince Edward Island. It is a 10-3 win for Northern Ontario's team Trevor Bonneau, and they are off to the championship pool. In our game, it is
Come on, get it in.
New Brunswick with an 8-3 lead. But Terry Miller putting on an amazing show of shot making in this last 2 ends, the Yukon skip. And it is Yukon that will have hammer. And they get a break right away as New Brunswick is short on that draw. Should have been in the house, but it is short. And that's good news for Yukon. So the corner guard thrown up there, and it's going to take something miraculous. Let's face facts, down 5. But
absolutely.
It'll take some misses, but New Brunswick has already missed 1 shot this end, and that's good news for the Yukon.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is a big feat, but you know, just make a couple shots and see what happens.
Krista Flanagan now. She'll want this in the house.
6, 7. Yep. Coming down.
We're not there, Grant.
Another guard here.
That's another miss. Short just is really not an option, and that's staggered on top of everything else. So Terry Miller will ask Laura Wilson to put one behind those staggered yellow guards. And we do have another final to report. Alberta, Team Morgan Muse,
Don't worry about it. We're
stealing 2 in the 7th end, and that will prompt handshakes. It's an 8-2 victory for Alberta. And that gets Team Muse improved to 2 and 3. Still in contention to get into that championship pool.
I thought it was down out of your hand.
So Grant Odeshaw will. Thought he might start clearing rocks, but no, he's going to try and get one into that 4-foot behind those staggered guards before Team Yukon does. Sam Forrestal.
8, 9. 9, 10. 10. We're through.
Sounds heavy.
Stay right there.
They do not want that rock at the back, so Grant will ask them to take it right through. again, that's an unforced error. 3 of them to begin this end from Team New Brunswick. The other game on the ice has Ontario in a 5-2 lead. They stole one more in the 7th, so it's 5-2 for Team Ontario. Newfoundland Labrador with the hammer in the 8th end.
5's better. Okay, what's going on there?
Her, she was just light out of her hand.
Yeah. Great.
They didn't punch that much, no.
3.3.
He threw like 14 something on his.
Okay.
It's splittable. Let's get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Curl.
Curl.
Curl. Curl.
Hard, Krista.
Curl.
Hard, Krista. Hard, you got it, you got it, you got it.
There's a peel. Made by Sam Forrestal.
So need the rest of these rocks to count to keep this game going.
Yeah, the math is pretty simple now. Bury 5.
It's not that hard.
Go.
A few guards out front.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, this is the scenario to do it with all the granite up front.
Whoa.
But that needs to be in the house, and it will not be.
Rock, please, so we can shake hands.
That rock is not out of play, but it's not really in play, and I suspect it will go away here in a moment.
There it is.
Thank you very much, gang. Sorry I made you play this hand.
A graceful apology from Terry Miller, but I tell you, it was worth watching.
Yeah,
he made some of the great shots.
Good call tonight.
So that is a final. It will be an 8-3 victory for Team New Brunswick over Team Yukon. And that will wrap up our play tonight here at the 2022 Canadian Mixed. A reminder, we have 3 more games tomorrow. We'll be back on the air at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern with Northwest Territories taking Ontario here at the 2022 Canadian Mixed. For Clint Risling, this is Al Cameron saying good night from Prince Albert.